Hey guys, it's Greg from Three Dimensions of Music. Hey, I wanted to show you my new t-shirt. You guys can read it. And I got 4 granddaughters and a moon around my sun. Oh, 4 moons around my sun. Said that wrong. Anyways, doing this video for a contest entry for Steve at All the World's a Stage. I've been watching Steve for a year and a half or so now. I'm glad I have caught up with him. He's recently done a great series from the 60s all the way up to the 2020s, and he looked up a lot of great information, brought back some great memories. It was a lot of fun going on that trip with Steve from All the World's a Stage. Now, most of you people that are watching me, I think you know him, but if for some reason the algorithm puts me out there in the far universe and somebody wonders who Steve is, that's his channel, All the World's a Stage on YouTube. Steve just passed 500 subs. He's having a contest to celebrate. What Steve would like us to do is to rate the Led Zeppelin catalog, not the live albums, but as a matter of fact, the studio, I got this set. I hope you don't mind, Steve. I'm using my CDs. I haven't given up on CDs. I've had this set for a long time. It has all these slots for the different discs in there, and it also has this book, a great book with a lot of great pictures of the band and information about the songs. All the songs are here, studio albums. Now, Steve said the rank. I think it's seven or eight of them, from your favorite to your least favorite, and they're all, I like them all. Even Coda, I love Coda, even though it was putting together a lot of different songs that were B-sides and stuff like that. But anyways, the second part of the contest is, since he's hit 500 subs, he's actually at 514 now. I know you're a stickler about numbers, Steve, so you're at 514 today. And congratulations on that. I think you're well up to going to 1,000 in no time. Anyways, the second part of it is to tie the 500 into the Led Zeppelin band some way. Whether it's, now Steve, really Steve, 4 bass strings, really? Anyways, the first album I pick, and I did spend some time on this, Steve. I know you said you spent 15 minutes to do that riddle at the end, but I spent 3.4 hours. See there? 3.4 hours, because I listened to these again, most of them, because I wanted to make sure when I picked my favorite that it truly is my favorite. And I think it really lines up with a lot of fellas, and they're doing their entries, and it's been fun watching. But the first one that I was going to pick, and you can see all the pictures of the albums are on the front, okay? And the CDs are inside. And what they've done, they put the CD in there, if those of you who haven't seen this set, and it's got a picture of the album cover. I know it's, slim pickings, but the music's there on the CD. I haven't given up on CDs. But the first one I picked, as far as, I'm going to go in a different order. I'm going to go from my number 1 to my number 8, if you don't mind, just to be different. But my number 1 was, if I can find it, I think it's a lot of people's number 1, number 4. It's got one of my favorite songs on there, When the Levee Breaks, brings back memories. I remember one time I walked into I was in England, and no, not England, I was in Pittsburgh, and I went into a bar, and they had this dart league going where everybody was coming to play darts, and it was like, everybody had their teams from different bars. And it was kind of tense in there when you first walked in. Everybody's got their t-shirts, and they're showing off their wares and practicing the darts. These are steel tip darts. And I went over to the jukebox, and I put on When the Levee Breaks on the jukebox. And he had a great system in this bar. And I think everybody loved that song. They just opened up, everybody started talking, and things started getting a lot better after that song. At least that was my impression anyways. But anyways, that's my first number 1. Number 2, where are we at here? Number 2 is right here, their debut. And number 3, House of the Holy. Number 4, Physical Graffiti. Geez, I forgot the name already. Physical Graffiti. I love the tunes on there. Number 5, Led Zeppelin 2. Number 6, Led Zeppelin 3. Number 7, I guess this all goes there. We got Coda and In Through the Outdoor. And nobody's including Coda, so In Through the Outdoor would be my final one. But I listened to that first, and I actually enjoyed it. I do like Robert Plant just as much as I like Jimmy Page or John Bonham. I mean, I love them all. But Robert Plant, I almost said Robert Page. Robert Plant put a lot of solo efforts out, and I have all his solo CDs. And there's a similarity there when he's singing, because his voice from Led Zeppelin is there in his songs. But he's such a talented singer, and he brings so much to the table when he makes his CDs. If you ain't checking out his solo efforts, besides Led Zeppelin, you're missing out. Okay, so that's the ranking for the Led Zeppelin. Now, Steve, like I said, I went through all this. It took about 3.4 hours. I went right down to the minute, okay? Now, what I found out was, I guess everybody knows this, is Rolling Stone has the 500 best albums. 500. They did it in 2003. That's when they started making that list. The 500 best albums. Now, some people say, oh, who cares what the Rolling Stone says? It's a list. Somebody put it out there, and they updated it in 2012. That's the only time it's been updated, and believe it or not, but I think it's probably due for one. But 500 albums that you should own, in their opinion. And I have quite a few of them on the list, but quite a few of them I don't. But out of these 8 albums, 5 of them are Led Zeppelin on that 500. How about that, right? So what I saw was, and again, 500, right? That's not where I'm going with this, Steve. 500 albums to buy. That's too easy, all right? Okay, now Houses of the Holy was number 278 on that list. The Led Zeppelin debut is number 101. The Led Zeppelin 2 was 123 on that list, 123. None of these broke the top 100, I don't know why. Well, one did, okay. Physical Graffiti, number 144, and Led Zeppelin 4, a lot of our favorites, right? Number 58. That is awesome, it broke top 100. To me, that's top 20 in my collection, no doubt about it. Anyways, if you add all those numbers up together, they come out to 704. 704, okay? It's not 500, I get it, okay? So, in order to get to 500, I'd have to subtract 204. Okay, that's my math. To get to 500. Well, you know what? What a coincidence. What a coincidence. 3.4 hours. You can Google it. You can go to anywhere you want. I asked Alexa a couple times just to make sure. And it's 204 minutes. What do you think? So it's 704 minus 204 is 500. Now, Steve, you're the arbiter. You're the gatekeeper. You make that choice whether this counts or not. But if it does, great. If by chance you pull my name from the hat, I would like to forward my winnings, if that happens, to Gary over in Cincinnati. Physical format rock and roll. Gary has been so nice to me and sent me so many nice comments that I'm going to give Gary, because he had already done an entry on this, he'll get twice as much chance to win, which is great. That makes me feel better than winning. Anyways, I wanted to say goodbye to my granddaughters. I always try to. I love you guys. I love seeing you. Madison, Evelyn, London, and Charlotte. I always trip up on the names. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. Steve, congratulations on 500. I wanted to raise a toast to you. One of my better ales, the fete from Belgium. If you guys want to know what the bottle looks like, because I know you guys like to look at labels, that's what it looks like. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Good luck to everybody.